Hello there, fellow coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel World Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be worth a small fortune. From hidden gems that could be worth a fortune to little-known coins with a rich history, we'll explore it all. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting discoveries. And now grab your magnifying glasses and let's start our today's video. On Top 1 today, we're about to explore one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in U.S. numismatics, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1993. You might think of the 5-cent coin as just another nickel, but trust me, this particular year holds some serious historical and collector value. So, if you're ready for a deep dive into the world of coins, grab a seat and join me as we explore everything there is to know about the 1993 nickel. Let's start with the backdrop of 1993, a pivotal year in U.S. history. The early 90s were a time of great transition in the United States. The nation was under the leadership of President Bill Clinton, who had just taken office. The economy was shifting, moving from the end of the Cold War into an era of more globalized markets and technological advancements. These were also years marked by significant changes in how people viewed money, with inflation rates fluctuating and coins continuing to play an essential role in everyday transactions. The 1993 nickel is a key piece of American coinage from this era. In fact, it's a direct link to the economic and political landscape of the time. However, despite the millions of 5-cent pieces produced that year, the 1993 nickel holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Why, you ask? Well, let's dive deeper into the design, the story behind it, and its increasing value. The 1993 5-cent coin features the iconic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson's image has been featured on the nickel since 1938, and this design, although familiar, still manages to evoke a sense of respect for one of the nation's founding fathers. On the front of the coin, Jefferson's portrait is surrounded by the inscription Liberty at the top, with the year of minting, 1993, at the bottom, alongside the words, "In God We Trust." While the obverse side of the coin features Jefferson's distinguished profile, it's the reverse side that offers a striking design that's equally captivating. The reverse of the 1993 nickel depicts Monticello, Jefferson's grand estate in Virginia. Monticello is a symbol of Jefferson's contributions to architecture and design, showcasing his vision of American classical beauty. The coin's reverse is a detailed engraving of this historic home, framed by the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, reflecting the unity of the states. The Monticello design has been on the nickel since 1938, and the 1993 version is no exception. However, it's the level of detail and the historical importance of the building that gives the 1993 nickel a special allure. The design emphasizes both Jefferson's legacy and the grandeur of his estate, making the reverse side a standout feature of this coin. When we look at the minting details, there's more to discover about the 1993 nickel. The United States Mint produced these coins at several minting facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The total mintage for the 1993 nickel was significant, with over 1 billion of these 5-cent coins produced. This large mintage means that the coin was widely circulated in its time. However, the high number of circulated coins means that finding one in pristine or uncirculated condition is quite rare. Most of the 1993 nickels that you will encounter today have likely been used in everyday transactions over the past few decades. These coins are generally worn, with visible signs of use such as scratches, dings, and faded details. But it's the coins that have remained in excellent condition, or even better, uncirculated condition, that have garnered attention from collectors. Coins that have been carefully stored, handled with care, and preserved in mint condition hold a much higher value than the typical circulated pieces. What makes the 1993 nickel so special in the eyes of collectors? Well, aside from the historical significance of the coin's design, there are a few key factors that increase its appeal. One of the most important factors for collectors is the condition of the coin. A 1993 nickel in uncirculated condition, meaning it's essentially as fresh as it was the day it was minted, is highly prized. As mentioned earlier, due to the high circulation numbers, finding a 1993 nickel in pristine condition is no easy task. These coins are rare, and the fewer flaws they have, the more desirable they are to numismatists. Furthermore, as with many other coins, certain minting errors can also increase the value of a 1993 nickel. Coins that have subtle errors, such as double strikes, off-center minting, or unique die cracks, are considered rare, and collectors are often on the lookout for these error variants. These error coins are exciting because they represent something that shouldn't have happened in the minting process, making them one-of-a-kind pieces. If you're lucky enough to find a 1993 nickel with an error, you could be holding something truly special now. Let's get to the most exciting part of the video. The value of the 1993 5-cent coin. A standard 1993 nickel in circulated condition is worth, well, just 5 cents. However, if you manage to find one in excellent condition, or even better, one that is uncirculated and error-free, you're looking at something much more valuable. A pristine, uncirculated 1993 nickel can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to a few $100s at auction, depending on its condition and rarity. But here's the real kicker. If you're fortunate enough to own a rare 1993 nickel in perfect condition or with a significant minting error, that coin could be worth as much as $55,000. Yes, that's right, $55,000 for a single coin. It's hard to believe, but that's the kind of value that a perfect 1993 nickel can reach in the right market. Of course, not every 1993 nickel will be worth that much, but if you have one in excellent condition, or even better, an error coin, you might be sitting on a small fortune. So, there you have it. The United States 5-cent coin from 1993 is more than just a piece of history. It's a valuable collector's item that could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if you're lucky enough to have the right one. If you have any 1993 nickels lying around in your collection, take a closer look. You just might be holding onto a rare gem. On top 2, we're diving into an exciting piece of American history. The United States of America 5-cent coin from 1999. This particular nickel might just surprise you with its unique design, rich history, and, most importantly, its growing value in the world of numismatics. So, get comfortable and join me on a journey through time as we explore the 1999 5-cent coin and reveal its surprising worth at the end of this video. Before we jump into the details of the 1999 nickel, let's set the stage by taking a quick look at what was happening in the United States in 1999. It was a time of great technological innovation, cultural shifts, and political change. Bill Clinton was in the midst of his second term as president, and the country was thriving economically. The dot-com boom was in full swing, and the internet was beginning to change the way people lived and worked. 1999 also marked the end of the millennium, and people all over the world were eagerly awaiting the turn of the century. The nation's currency, including the 5-cent coin, was an important part of daily life during this time. As we look at the 1999 5-cent coin, we are also looking at a snapshot of an era that bridged the 20th and 21st centuries, a time when America was rapidly evolving and its coins were serving as the backdrop to these changes. Now, let's focus on the coin itself. The 1999 United States 5-cent coin features the classic design that we all recognize, the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Jefferson's likeness has adorned the nickel since 1938, and his image on the 1999 coin is no different. His profile is striking and dignified, reminding us of his significant contributions to the founding of the United States, including his authorship of the Declaration of Independence. On the front of the coin, you'll also find the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," as well as the year of minting, 1999. While the obverse of the coin may seem familiar, it's the reverse that makes the 1999 nickel stand out from the others. The reverse side of the coin features a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia. Monticello is not just a beautiful structure. It symbolizes Jefferson's vision of architecture, his love for the natural world, and his contributions to American culture. The design of Monticello on the 1999 nickel is detailed and intricate, capturing the grandeur of Jefferson's estate in stunning detail. The coin also features the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, a reminder of the unity that holds the country together. The 1999 5-cent coin is part of a long-standing tradition of featuring Monticello on the reverse of the nickel. Since 1938, the reverse of the nickel has showcased Jefferson's home, making it one of the most recognizable designs in U.S. coinage. However, in 2004, the design would be changed to reflect a new chapter in the history of the nickel, making the 1999 version a key piece in the transition from the old to the new. As for the minting details, the 1999 nickel was produced by the United States Mint at multiple facilities, including the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The total mintage for the year was quite high, with over 1 billion 1999 nickels being struck. These coins were widely circulated and became a familiar sight in everyday transactions. However, despite the high production numbers, finding a 1999 nickel in mint condition is a different story. The passage of time and heavy circulation have left most of these coins worn and aged. If you can find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're holding on to something that has a much higher value than its face value. So, why is the 1999 nickel so special in the eyes of collectors? The answer lies in its condition and rarity. Like many other coins, the value of a 1999 nickel increases dramatically if it is well preserved. A coin that has been kept in excellent condition, free from scratches, discoloration, and wear, is much rarer than a coin that has been used extensively in circulation. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that have been carefully stored and are in uncirculated condition, as these coins are the ones that can command top prices at auctions and from dealers. But it's not just about condition. There are also specific variants and minting errors that make the 1999 nickel even more desirable. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and these anomalies can turn an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. For example, if a 1999 nickel was struck with a double die, meaning the design was stamped twice, or if there was an off-center strike, that coin would become much more valuable to collectors. These error coins are exciting because they are unique, something that shouldn't have happened during the minting process, making them highly prized among enthusiasts. If you happen to find a 1999 nickel with a minting error, it could significantly increase its value. Collectors love error coins, as they add an element of mystery and rarity to their collections. If you suspect that you have a minting error on your 1999 nickel, it's worth having it professionally graded to determine its authenticity and potential value. Now, let's talk about the ultimate question. What's the value of the 1999 5-cent coin? As a standard circulated coin, a 1999 nickel is worth, well, just 5 cents. However, the value changes significantly when you factor in its condition and any potential errors. A well-preserved 1999 nickel can easily be worth several dollars, especially if it's uncirculated or in near-mint condition. The presence of a rare minting error can push the price even higher. But here's the most exciting part. If you happen to own a rare 1999 nickel in perfect condition or with a significant minting error, it could be worth as much as $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000. That's the kind of value that a rare, uncirculated 1999 nickel can reach in the right market. Of course, not every 1999 nickel will be worth this amount, but if you have one in pristine condition or with an error, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. So, next time you're going through your coin collection or browsing through your change jar, take a closer look at any 1,999 nickels you may have. You could be holding on to something truly valuable. On top 3, we're taking a deep dive into a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth much more than you might think. That's right. We're talking about the United States 5-cent coin from the year 2000. This coin, which many people overlook as just a small piece of everyday currency, has a fascinating history, a rich design, and most importantly, a surprising value. So get comfortable, because you won't want to miss the full story of the 2000 nickel and the hidden treasure it could be. Let's set the stage. The year 2000 was a significant time in the United States as the country entered a new millennium. There was a sense of excitement and anticipation for the future as we crossed into the 21st century. The economy was strong, the tech boom was in full swing, and the world was connected in new ways by the rise of the internet. However, 2000 was also a time of uncertainty. There was the Y2K scare that had everyone wondering if computer systems would crash as the clock struck midnight on New Year's Eve. Despite this, the world didn't end as some had feared, and the nation continued to march forward into the new millennium. As we move back to the world of numismatics, the 2005-cent coin, or nickel, was one of the many coins circulating at this time. It continued to bear the familiar image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse. This portrait had been a constant on the nickel since 1938, and by 2000, It had become one of the most iconic images in American coinage. Jefferson, who played a crucial role in the formation of the United States, especially through his authorship of the Declaration of Independence, represents the values of liberty, democracy, and the enduring strength of the nation. The design on the front of the 2000 nickel shows Jefferson's profile, facing right. Above him, the word Liberty is inscribed, and underneath, you'll see the year of minting, 2000. You'll also notice the words "In God We Trust" along the upper edge of the coin, a phrase that has been a part of U.S. coinage for many years. The simplicity and elegance of Jefferson's portrait, combined with these powerful words, make this coin a recognizable symbol of American ideals. On the reverse side of the 2000 nickel, we find the well-known depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. Monticello is not just a beautiful house. It represents Jefferson's legacy as an architect, thinker, and visionary. His design for Monticello, which incorporates neoclassical elements, was a testament to his appreciation for both art and science. The reverse design of the 2000 nickel showcases the details of Monticello's iconic architecture, its columns, dome, and expansive grounds. The words "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" appear above and below the Monticello image, reminding us of the unity that binds the nation together. The Monticello design had been a fixture on the reverse of the nickel since 1938, and while it was beloved for its elegance and historical significance, it would eventually be replaced with a new design in 2004. But before that shift took place, the 2000 nickel stood as one of the last few versions to feature this design. This makes the 2000 nickel especially significant to collectors, as it is part of a transitional period in the coin's history. As for the minting details, the 2005-cent coin was produced in massive quantities by the United States Mint. The minting took place at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, two of the most prominent minting facilities in the U.S. The total mintage for the 2000 nickel exceeded 1 billion coins, which means that many of these coins were released into circulation. They quickly became a regular part of everyday transactions for people across the country, with most of them being used in a variety of ways, from vending machines to small purchases at the store. Despite the large number of coins produced, finding a 2000 nickel in pristine, uncirculated condition is quite rare. This is because most of these coins saw heavy circulation. Over time, they were worn down by the friction of being passed from hand to hand, collected dirt, and endured other forms of damage that left them far from perfect. So while there are a lot of 2000 nickels out there, a coin that is still in excellent, near-mint condition is much harder to come by. This scarcity is what makes certain 2000 nickels so valuable to collectors. Now, let's talk about the real appeal of the 2000 nickel in the world of coin collecting: rarity and condition. As is the case with most coins, a 2000 nickel's value increases substantially if it's in top condition. A nickel that has been stored carefully and kept out of circulation can be worth much more than its face value. These uncirculated coins are prized by collectors because they are pieces of history that haven't been worn down by the passage of time. Finding a 2000 nickel that's in pristine condition is not easy, but when you do, it's a real treasure. But condition isn't the only factor that can increase a 2000 nickel's value. Some 2000 nickels have unique features or minting errors that make them even more desirable to collectors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process. For example, a 2000 nickel that was struck with a double die, a mistake where the design is stamped twice, could be worth far more than a typical coin. Similarly, coins that are struck off-center, have missing or misaligned elements, or feature other defects can be worth a great deal to collectors who specialize in error coins. These minting errors are highly sought after because they are unique and represent a mistake that occurred during the coin's production. In many cases, there may be only a few examples of a particular error, which makes these coins incredibly rare. If you happen to have a 2000 nickel with a minting error, it's important to get it professionally graded by a numismatic expert to assess its authenticity and potential value. The value of these error coins can skyrocket depending on the type and rarity of the error, making them some of the most exciting finds in the coin collecting world. So, what's the value of the 2005-cent coin? Well, as with many coins, the value depends largely on the coin's condition and whether or not it has any minting errors. A standard 2000 nickel in circulated condition is worth just 5 cents, the same as its face value. However, If you come across one in excellent or uncirculated condition, it could be worth several dollars. And if you find one with a rare minting error, the value can go even higher. Now, for the big reveal. If you happen to own a rare 2000 nickel in perfect condition, or one that features a significant minting error, it could be worth as much as $48,000. Yes, that's right, $48,000 for a single coin. It's hard to believe that a 5-cent piece could be worth such a staggering amount. But that's the incredible world of coin collecting. Coins like the 2000 nickel, with their historical significance, beautiful design, and potential rarity, can fetch prices that far exceed their original value. So if you have any 2000 nickels sitting in your collection, take a moment to examine them more closely. You could be holding on to a hidden treasure. On Top 4, we're going to explore a fascinating piece of American coinage, the United States 5-cent coin from 2001. This seemingly humble nickel carries with it a rich history, an intricate design, and some surprising value. So sit back, relax, and join me as we explore the 2001 5-cent coin's significance, design, and what makes it so special in the world of numismatics. To understand the importance of the 2001 nickel, it's essential to first take a step back and look at the context in which it was minted. The year 2001 was a pivotal time in the history of the United States. The country had just entered the 21st century, and the world was changing rapidly. Technology was booming, and the dot-com bubble had recently burst, leading to an economic downturn. On a global scale, the September 11th attacks would soon reshape the nation's future, both politically and economically. This coin, minted in 2001, represents a period of transition and challenge in American history, making it a fascinating snapshot of the era. The United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, is a staple of American currency. First issued in 1866, the nickel has undergone several design changes over the years. In 2001, the nickel featured the well-known portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, as part of the ongoing design tradition that had been in place since 1938. Jefferson's likeness has been an enduring symbol on the nickel, reminding Americans of his central role in the country's founding, his authorship of the Declaration of Independence, and his vision for the future of the nation. On the obverse of the 2001 nickel, you'll find Thomas Jefferson's portrait, facing to the right. Above his head, the word Liberty is inscribed, while below his portrait is the year of minting, 2001. The words "In God We Trust" appear along the upper edge, as they have since the mid-1800s, reflecting the nation's founding principles. Jefferson's likeness has always been respected for its dignified representation, and it's one of the most recognized images in American coinage. Turning to the reverse of the 2001 5-cent coin, we find a design that is perhaps even more intriguing. The reverse features a depiction of Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's estate in Virginia. Monticello, a neoclassical masterpiece designed by Jefferson himself, represents his contributions to American architecture, culture, and history. The design of Monticello on the nickel has been in use since 1938 and is one of the most iconic representations of American architecture on any U.S. coin. The intricate details of Monticello on the 2001 nickel show off the building's impressive columns, dome, and landscaping, providing a stunning visual that reflects the elegance and power of Jefferson's legacy. While the design on the reverse side of the coin might seem familiar to collectors, the 2001 nickel is unique in that it marked a significant year in American history, just before the massive changes that would come in the early 21st century. This coin represents a moment frozen in time, an era of relative peace and prosperity before the global events that would change the course of history. The 2001 5-cent coin was minted by the United States Mint in multiple locations across the country. The primary facilities that produced this coin were the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, both of which are known for their high-quality production standards. In 2001, the total mintage of the 5-cent coin was significant, with more than 1 billion nickels produced that year. These coins were released into circulation and became a common part of American currency, used in everyday transactions by millions of people. Despite the large mintage, finding a 2001 nickel in pristine, uncirculated condition is not as common as you might think. Many of these coins were used heavily in daily transactions, leading to signs of wear and tear, such as scratches, dents, and fading details. This is where the value of the coin starts to get interesting. While a standard 2001 nickel in circulated condition is worth just 5 cents, a coin in excellent or uncirculated condition can be worth much more. The reason for this is simple. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in pristine condition. A nickel that has been carefully stored or preserved, without any visible signs of use, is a rare find. These coins, especially those that have remained in uncirculated or near-mint condition, are in high demand among collectors. The value of these coins increases significantly when they are well preserved, as they represent a piece of history that hasn't been worn down by time. But condition isn't the only factor that can drive the value of a 2001 nickel up. There are also specific minting errors and variations that can make the coin even more valuable. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, and these anomalies can turn an ordinary coin into a rare treasure. For example, a 2001 nickel that was struck with a double die, meaning the design was stamped twice, can be worth far more than a regular nickel. Similarly, a coin that was struck off-center or with a misaligned die can also fetch a much higher price due to its rarity. Collectors love error coins because they are unique. These mistakes during the minting process add a layer of intrigue to the coin, and as a result, error coins are highly sought after. If you happen to have a 2001 nickel with an error, it could be worth considerably more than its face value, depending on the type and extent of the error. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part of this video: the value of the 2001 5-cent coin. As I mentioned earlier, a typical 2001 nickel in circulated condition is worth just 5 cents. However, the value increases dramatically for coins that are in excellent or uncirculated condition. A well-preserved 2001 nickel in top-grade condition can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to a few $100s, depending on its rarity and demand in the market. But here's where it gets truly exciting. If you happen to own a 2001 nickel in pristine condition, or, even better, one that features a rare minting error, that coin could be worth as much as $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single coin. It's hard to believe that something as small as a nickel could hold so much value. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. If you have a 2001 nickel that's in exceptional condition or has a unique error, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So, if you have any 2001 nickels tucked away in your collection, now is the time to take a closer look at them. You never know. You might just have a rare gem on your hands. On Top 5, we're diving deep into a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance, but holds some fascinating history and incredible value. The United States 5-cent coin from the year 2004. This seemingly simple nickel is far from ordinary, and by the time we finish exploring its background, design, minting details, and its appeal to collectors, you'll understand why it's worth far more than you might expect. Let's start by going back to the year 2004. The world was in the midst of a rapidly changing technological age, with the internet revolutionizing how people lived and worked. The U.S. economy was flourishing, and the country was in the midst of the George W. Bush presidency. This was a year of remarkable events, from the launch of Facebook, which would go on to change social media forever, to the tragic loss of the Space Shuttle Columbia and the successful completion of the Iraq War's initial phase. It was a year of significant change, and it was also a pivotal moment for U.S. coinage. In 2004, the U.S. Mint introduced a redesigned version of the 5-cent coin, the nickel. This redesign was part of an ongoing effort by the U.S. Mint to update the nation's coinage and celebrate the nation's history. While the traditional Jefferson nickel had been in circulation since 1938, the 2004 coin marked the beginning of an exciting era of redesigns that aimed to reflect the evolving nature of American society. The design of the 2004 nickel is particularly important because it was part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which celebrated the Louisiana Purchase and the exploration of the American West. The coin would feature not just the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, but also a new reverse design that featured two key symbols of American history, the keelboat and the Monticello, representing two moments in the country's expansion. On the obverse, the 2004 nickel still carried the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. Jefferson was one of the founding fathers and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, and his portrait had been a staple on the nickel for decades. The engraving captured his likeness in profile, facing left. The inscription around his image reads, "Liberty," with the year 1804, marking the year of his birth. Below Jefferson's portrait is the phrase, "In God We Trust." and along the edge of the coin is the word United States of America. For those unfamiliar with Jefferson's legacy, it's worth noting that he was a major figure in American history. He not only authored the Declaration of Independence, but also played an instrumental role in acquiring the vast lands that would later become the United States. His vision for the future of the nation continues to influence American ideals to this day. But now let's focus on the reverse side of the coin, which marked a major change in design. The 2004 nickel was part of a special series that would feature a new design on the reverse side of the coin, an image celebrating the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition. The reverse of the 2004 nickel featured a representation of a keelboat, the type of boat that was used by Lewis and Clark on their historic journey to explore the western portion of the United States. The design on the reverse side of the coin was based on the iconic image of a keelboat that was used during the early years of the Lewis and Clark expedition. The boat was used to navigate the treacherous waters of the Missouri River, a pivotal route that allowed the explorers to journey westward into the uncharted territories of the Louisiana Purchase. The boat represents the ingenuity, perseverance, and adventurous spirit that defined the early explorers of the United States. In the background, the reverse side of the coin features the rugged beauty of the American landscape, with mountains and riverbanks that symbolize the wild and untamed nature of the West. The inscription, Louisiana Purchase, is included to commemorate the land acquisition that doubled the size of the United States and opened the doors to westward expansion. This reverse design is deeply symbolic, capturing the spirit of American exploration and the ideals of adventure, courage, and resilience that continue to shape the nation. In terms of minting, the 2004 nickel was produced in large quantities, with the U.S. Mint producing millions of these coins to meet the demands of everyday transactions. The 2004 nickel was minted at several locations, including the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the West Point Mint. While the mintages for this particular coin were quite high, the condition in which the coin was kept plays a significant role in its rarity and value. Coins that have been kept in excellent or uncirculated condition are much more desirable to collectors, as they have retained their sharp details and pristine appearance. Over time, most of the 2004 nickels entered circulation and were used in everyday purchases. However, the true appeal for collectors comes in the form of well-preserved coins that have not been subjected to the wear and tear of daily use. These coins, known as uncirculated or mint state coins, are much rarer than those in circulated condition. The condition of a coin is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing coins in better condition. A 2004 nickel in uncirculated condition, or one with little to no wear, will be worth far more than a coin that has been heavily circulated. Now, let's talk about the collector's appeal of the 2004 nickel. Many collectors are drawn to this coin for several reasons. First, the coin was part of the Westward Journey nickel series, which makes it an important piece in a set of coins that commemorate a significant period in American history. The series was released over multiple years, and the 2004 nickel was the first in a set of 4 coins that would honor the westward expansion of the United States. Another key factor that makes the 2004 nickel desirable is its unique design. The image of the keelboat, combined with the historical context of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark expedition, makes this coin an interesting and valuable piece for those interested in American history and numismatics. Additionally, the 2004 nickel marked a shift in coin design, making it a transitional piece that connects the older Jefferson portrait with the more modern designs that would follow. But there's one more factor that makes the 2004 nickel truly special: its rarity. As with most coins, the value of the 2004 nickel increases significantly when it is in pristine condition or features a rare minting error. Some 2004 nickels have been discovered with errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks. These types of minting errors can significantly increase a coin's value, as they make the coin more unique and rare. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins with these types of errors, and finding one can be an exciting discovery. So, what's the value of the 2004 5-cent coin today? While most of the 2004 nickels you come across will only be worth a few cents, there are exceptions. If you have a 2004 nickel that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if it has a rare minting error, it could be worth far more than you might imagine. In fact, a 2004 nickel in top condition or with a unique error could be worth as much as $40,000. Yes, that's right, $40,000. for a single 5-cent coin. It's hard to believe, but that's the world of rare coin collecting. A seemingly ordinary coin can hold immense value, and it's often the condition, rarity, and unique characteristics of the coin that determine how much it's worth. So, if you have any 2004 nickels in your collection, take a closer look. If you find one in mint condition or with a rare error, you could be holding on to a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!